everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mayapack Public's Library Pop Culture Podcast, the Caffeinated Librarians. I just did that all.
That's okay.
I
wasn't going to say anything.
I know you weren't.
You can give it another go.
I'm going to give
thinking about it, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Give it another go.
You're not Simona, so I won't.
No.
I won't say anything.
What does that mean?
If it was Simona, I would say something.
Oh, I know. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Caffeinated Librarians, Mayapack Public Library's Pop Culture Podcast. I'm Katie.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Joe.
And today we're starting our Sci-Fi series with my pick, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, directed by Steven Spielberg and made in 1977.
Good year.
Was a good year.
Good year. Yeah.
I guess so.
You could see Star Wars in this.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Yankees won the World Series.
Oh, of course.
Good year.
Sports. Yeah. And it stars Richard Dreyfuss,
Francois Truffaut.
Francois Truffaut. Thank you, Joe. Melinda Dillon. They're three, and Terry Garr as Richard Dreyfuss's wife, the late great
Who
Terry
I felt
Garr.
very bad for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
his family. This movie is like genuinely really scary, and it's not for the alien reasons.
Yeah.
It's for how the family relations happening here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna riff on this all episode, so I'm laying my cards on the table now.
Go ahead.
This movie is insane after you watch The Fabelmans. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the
I
film.
haven't seen The Fabelmans.
There's a famous interview he did. It was like in the 90s with James Lipton, and Spielberg talked to him, and Lipton is like, so that ending, your father was a computer engineer and your mother was a classical pianist, and at the end when the aliens come, they make music together on the computer, and Spielberg's like, oh my god. Oh my god. And he realizes like it is the union of his parents, and they divorced, and it was traumatizing for him, and a lot reflected in his films.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and even like Roy kind of fills the role his mother fills in The Fabelmans, of like he is being called away from the family in a way that's like pretty hurtful to the family, but where he has sympathy of just like, oh, like they're following something. Like, I don't know. It's very interesting to look at through that lens.
And
he Spielberg like doesn't do this intentionally. He's like a really instinctive guy who just this stuff spills out, which I find very interesting too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I actually knew that his parents divorced because I saw it. He talks about that in the 50th anniversary of Jaws documentary.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess not for his parents, but
no.
Nice.
But speaking of Jaws, Spielberg has said that he made Jaws in order to make his space movie, and it was this movie.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always very into UFOs.
Yeah.
And
And
he did E.T. also.
He did also do E.T., but this was the first one, and it starts with Francois' character.
Claude Lacombe, I believe.
Yep.
He's a riff on like I want to say his name was Jacques Vallée.
It is.
He was a big UFOologist guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the desert and finding the Air Force planes that disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle.
Back in 1945.
Right, brand new, wondering why they're here, and off we go.
I love the boat in the desert too. Just how this is shot. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like there are shots that are properly whimsical, and then even just like the shots of the Neary house, where it's like really cramped, and you get a lot of like split diopters to keep everyone in focus. I don't know, in crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vilmo Zsigmond, my guy, on the camera here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what a cinematographer. Okay, what else has he done? The Deer Hunter.
Nice.
Intense movie.
McCabe and Miss Miller, Deliverance.
Wow.
Yeah, he was just like the guy in the 70s. Blowout, which is so good. Long Goodbye, one of my favorites. And of course, probably his best movie, Kevin Smith's Jersey Girl.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah.
You didn't see Jersey Girl?
Oh, it's not great.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Yeah,
a
it's
great...
deeply made, but
Yeah.
There's very funny interviews with Vilmos about it,
yeah?
where he's like, Kevin Smith didn't know what a shot was. Like,
What I found interesting, kind of, rewatching this, it's been a while since I watched it, but it is scary.
yeah, and I feel like that kind of gets it. Like, I don't know, when you look at a lot of like the canonical reviews of this, like the Pauline Kael stuff or the Siskel and Ebert stuff, they're like, it's so magical.
Yeah.
It's like a kid's picture, and then you watch it and you're like, this family is falling apart.
Yeah.
And like when that kid gets abducted,
that's what I mean.
Horrifying.
That scene is scary.
Yeah.
Like that's like I agree. It is whimsical. It is magical. The ending.
Yeah.
But until you know that they're friendly.
Yeah, even like all the government conspiracy stuff is really concerning until you get to the end and all of a sudden the rug's pulled out and you're like, oh no, this big softy Frenchman's running it and he just wants to talk to the aliens.
Yeah.
And the government's not killing these animals. It's a sleeper
Yeah.
that they're using. And you're like, oh, okay. But like up until the scene when the kid's abducted is like legitimately scary.
That's horrible.
His
And
mother's...
that giant orange light.
Yeah.
Oh.
And his mother's reaction to it is exactly what you would expect a mother's reaction to be, with the kid wanting to explore.
Yeah. Also, that kid's way too chill. Like this kid.
The aliens were chilling up there, I guess. They didn't do anything bad to anybody.
This kid's waking up. His toys are moving. It's like something out of The Conjuring. And then he's like, yeah, they want to play with toys. I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
kid.
Barry wasn't making smart moves in that scene. But.
No.
But also, let's look at his age, too. He looks like he could be...
Yeah, he's a little more.
Well, 3 or 4, maybe.
My nephew is like 5 now.
Yeah.
But I think like if he woke up and his toys were all moving and like there was wind and lights outside, I think he'd start crying.
Yeah, my 3-year-old nephew would be having none of that.
Right?
Yeah.
Every kid, I'm just going to say, every kid is different.
No, this kid just has no fear whatsoever.
He's just chill. He's like, all right.
And kudos to Steven Spielberg for knowing how to direct children, too.
Oh, yeah. No, he always gets good performances out of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked even at the beginning when the kid walks out of the house at first.
Yeah.
And the mother wakes up and she's like, Barry, and he just laughs and just keeps running away. She's got no control over that kid whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like reminiscent of like old fairy tales of kids being spirited away by fairies and stuff. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But and Roy he's a telephone lineman.
Yeah,
right?
he's an electrical lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one night, driving home on the truck, he sees some lights that it really, really messes with him.
Yeah.
Burns half his face.
Yeah.
It's a nice sunburn from it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's such a good detail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But and he begins having visions and doing really strange, inexplicable things that he knows are bizarre, but he doesn't seem to have much control over it.
No.
Like, there's the famous scene where they're sitting down to dinner, and he starts just, like, sculpting with his mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And what a waste of mashed potatoes.
His son's crying,
Yeah.
he's crying, and he's just like, you probably noticed there's something weird with Dad.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
My whole thing when he's making the tower later on.
Oh, when he's just throwing dirt in through the windows.
Why does he have to do it inside?
I think it's his mental... We got to think about his mental capacity right now.
He's absolutely breaking down.
Yeah.
Like,
he's having like a serious mental
that
breakdown.
That seems so awful. All the neighbors coming out.
And, judging and wondering what the hell's going on.
And his wife, I mean, the wife and kids, I don't blame them. I don't blame her for taking the kids away.
No, she should. Yeah, she really should.
Yeah.
Like, she was extremely patient with him.
Yes.
For most of it. I mean, she even went with him to the to where they saw the UFOs. And
Which I want to say was really cool is that when Roy first sees the UFO, he doesn't think it's a UFO because it looks like headlights on the street coming up to him.
I love when and then it goes up behind him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like funny at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
It's like, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then where are we?
So
So-
okay. We've kind of skipped around
That's
a little
true.
bit.
We have skipped around.
Yeah, we missed.
We did it for a week.
Yeah.
We were on.
Yeah, we missed the parts, 2 parts that kind of allude to stuff later on. When they're watching the 10 Commandments on TV, because
Yes.
it brings in sort of the spiritual context for the story.
Yeah.
And when he's screaming at his children that they have to go watch Pinocchio with him.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
the whole Spielberg, I don't know what was happening in his head, but he's like, the movie's actually based on When You Wish Upon a Star.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he wanted to just play the original version over the credits, but
Mm-hmm.
in test screenings, people laughed.
Oh, yeah.
They thought it was too on the nose, so he was like, okay, well, we'll just work in little bits into the theme music.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah. So, but yeah, both of those sort of establish, like, okay, this will have kind of a fairy tale atmosphere and also, like, key into the spirituality stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then
That-
on a surface level, with the movie, it's got the storyline with Roy and his family, and then the woman and Barry, but it's also got the scientists and everything like
Yes.
that. I thought it was refreshing to see like the guy that translates the French. I forget his name.
Bob Balaban plays
Yeah.
him. I forget the character's
Yeah,
name.
they might not
He-
even say his name. I don't know.
David Laughlin.
Yeah.
But I like there's this part where they're all like trying to figure out the numbers.
Yes.
And he's like, excuse me, and he says it a couple times, and he's like, before I was a translator, I worked on maps. These are coordinates.
Cartographer.
Yes.
And they're all like, all right, let's go with that. There was no like, no, you don't know what you're talking about or anything like
No,
that.
yeah. This shows like the scientists having
Yeah.
just completely open hearts and
Yeah.
open minds. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
They're
Yeah.
also competent.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
competent
And, like,
in what they're doing.
Even just the translation aspect of it.
Yeah.
It very smart idea to have something that's about figuring out how to communicate.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
feature a character with a translator and
Yeah.
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 Yeah, even again, we're gonna kind of jump to the end, but when Roy shows up at the
big rock.
the big meeting, and and at one point he just kind of like joins all the scientists down there. The scientists aren't like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Get out of here." They're like, they don't care.
They're kind of
No.
like something bigger's happening
Yeah.
here. We don't care if this
Yeah.
guy sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if like the military people were there, I feel like it was just cool to see like,
People
Be-
just enjoying the fact that something bigger than themselves is going
Yeah.
on, and they're not going to prevent anybody else from wanting to see it.
yeah,
to
that. But
happen.
I meant more like I'm just thinking more like it was nice to see like science, like being respected and being like
Oh, yeah.
respecting
Yeah.
the science of it and the discovery of it and not wanting to that was nice because sometimes that's not always
No,
how it is.
no.
Yeah, Truffaut is definitely a metatextual choice for Lacombe because he was one of the big directors of the French New Wave, and Spielberg definitely idolized him
Yeah.
in that respect.
I
And
actually read that this was his only acting movie.
only
Because-
that he didn't direct. He
That he
acted
didn't
in quite a
direct.
few of his own films.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but I think this was like his only English
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
And everything else that was, I think, in his native France that he directed and acted in.
Nice.
Richard Dreyfuss was also not Steven Spielberg's first pick.
Oh no,
No, it was Steve McQueen.
cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine anyone other than Richard Dreyfuss right now, but
Well, yeah.
Some of the other considerations, I'm like, that'd be
Interesting.
interesting. Be a bit of a rougher film though. Like
One of them
if
was
Gene
Gene
Hackman
Hackman.
did it.
interesting.
That'd be he'd
Yeah.
be real scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
interesting.
70s Robert De Niro is
Yeah.
the thing,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Al Pacino.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
James Caan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman in there, but I feel like that would have been pretty similar to Dreyfuss's performance.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. De Niro. I don't know that I can picture that.
I feel like it might come off a little more because like I'm thinking of when he plays more unstable.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking Taxi Driver.
Yeah,
Taxi
exactly.
Driver.
Yeah.
A little,
So
like,
and like that, it's a more menacing. But I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know. I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's done so many just like goofy dad roles at
Yeah.
this point that I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's an unknown territory.
Yeah.
It is.
We're,
I mean,
we're
you-
playing with our dolls here.
Yeah, right,
I
yeah,
mean, you
yeah.
wouldn't really, like, reading the script, I don't think it would come across as, like, a menacing meltdown. More of, like, what's going on? I'm very confused kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because even with Richard Dreyfuss as Roy having his meltdown, he wasn't menacing to anybody. He just couldn't understand why no one else understood what he was doing.
No, yeah, it was more like you were like worried for his
Safety.
and the
Yeah.
safety of his
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
But not really in a way where he was ever going to harm anybody physically.
Right.
Like De Niro doing it, like I can see people being like, "Oh my God, he's going to murder his family."
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson was also considered,
Oh,
which would
yeah.
definitely have
That would
vibe.
also have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like that bit in the beginning of The Shining when he's normal and
Yeah.
he still seems like he's going to murder them. And
Yeah.
You're like, oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know instantly he's got issues.
Yeah.
But okay, are we going
yeah.
back to the plot?
Yes.
Go
All
right
right,
ahead.
the scientists are jetting all over, getting information for everyone.
Yeah.
Fun little scenes of them like in Nepal, finding out that the aliens use like these 5 tones. Which, if someone else wants to do the tones,
Go for it.
Bum, 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 bum.
Important,
Sounds good.
very important
It is
stuff
very
there.
important.
And and they kind of, as you mentioned, they figure out the coordinates, and it's Devil's Tower in Wyoming,
Yeah.
and that's what Roy has been sculpting in his mashed potatoes and
Yes.
dirt, and I'm sorry, I feel dumb. How does Jillian end up there?
Jillian ends up there because she's looking for Barry, her
Okay.
son. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she felt like pulled to it, right?
Yeah,
She
she
did.
was
Yeah,
drawing
she
it,
was.
yeah.
Oh, yes, she was drawing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But wasn't having that because she also saw like the orange light, like
Yeah.
but didn't really have, I guess, direct exposure to it like Roy did, and so she wasn't having like a mental breakdown. She just was also just desperately looking for her son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can argue she was having some kind of breakdown, just maybe not to the extent
Yeah.
that he was, and I think maybe she was
Yeah,
more focused on losing her son.
It wasn't
Yeah.
as externalized
Right.
as Roy's.
Yeah, because
Right.
she got burned too, and everything like that, and she's you see her in the house, and she's got, I don't know, at least dozens, probably hundreds of the paintings of just the same thing.
Yeah.
So she's doing the same thing. We just don't see it as much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a really great bit of environmental storytelling.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know
Absolutely.
how that just went out of my head. But
It's all good.
anyway, so and they end up meeting, and they're like, "Oh my God, we got to get there." And that's where there's going to be big stuff going down, and they start driving in, and like the military's evacuated everything, and they're like, "Oh, it's nerve gas. There's a
Yeah.
nerve gas leak, and all the animals are dead." But
Which, by the way, with that, Spielberg, just you set up everything for things like the X-Files.
Yeah.
With this
Yes.
with this stuff.
Yeah.
Like them putting the stuff in the trucks. Everybody knows that big truck doesn't have Coca-Cola in it.
Yeah.
We all know it, government. We know you're moving stuff. Spielberg told us.
Spielberg did say he got a letter from NASA while working on the movie, and they were like, "Maybe you don't want to make this."
Oh.
Really?
And he was like, "I must be doing something right."
Nice. That's so cool. Yeah. So yeah, I loved that. I thought that was just so, so cool, and I love when the general's sitting there too, because, again, I'm not trying to get political or anything, but we see it, and you know, when he's talking about like when they're trying to think of ideas of how to evacuate the people, and they're like, oh, we'll say there's a flu or something, and he's like, no, it has to be better than that. There'll be some whack job that says they're not going to get affected by it.
Yeah.
So we need something that's going to get a good Christian person out of there, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
and I mean, that was just that was so cool. You know, I mean, I'm sure that stuff does happen, but
Yeah.
they just hide it very well.
They do.
Um,
And Bill Weathers was one of the military police.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers. I mixed up the actor and the musician by mistake. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, it's very good as the military cop,
yeah.
trying to keep everybody away.
Yeah. Also, that's so. Roy and Jillian end up driving to Devil's Tower, and
They get picked up.
They do get picked up.
And they talk to Lacombe
Yeah.
and his buddy and I love when Roy's just like, who I want to talk to who's in charge here.
and they're like, this is him.
This is
This is the
He's
guy
over there.
Yeah, this is the guy. He's like, you're not even American. I just love leading up to that, like just them just like driving through all the road stop signs and everything like that. I'm like, you probably could have just driven around them. But this car, that station wagon was tough.
They were built different then.
That's
That
true.
was,
Yeah.
They did build
hard,
cars
it was just
differently
hard
back then.
steel.
Yeah.
And if you got hit, you would die.
Yeah.
But you could take down some stuff.
Yeah, apparently.
I didn't think they drove all the way to Devil's Tower. I thought they
got stopped on the
they
road.
stopped
Yeah.
on by the
Yeah.
roadblock, and then they hoofed it all the way
Yeah.
on foot.
Then they ran,
Yeah.
and that's when they get to the big meeting
Yeah.
where
The
you
mothership.
have the close encounter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the UFO is touching down,
Yeah.
and they're able to communicate using the tone, and
Yeah.
they just kind of play a song together, and
It's
Yeah.
such
it's
it's
stunningly beautiful.
it's my favorite. The ending is my favorite part in this movie, just for that alone.
But yeah, it's so just like, whoa, you know,
Yeah.
and this is something that a rival would just, you know,
Yeah.
that's entirely
Yeah.
lifted from this.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of figuring out how to communicate. And
Yeah.
and that one, it's image based instead of sound based.
Yeah.
But similar ideas.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the aliens are just like, yo, we're chill.
Yeah.
And
They
they release everybody
Yeah.
that they took, and the animals too.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, yo, Roy, you seem chill as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Why
come
don't
with
you
Come
us.
for a ride.
And
yeah.
he says, sure, I will abandon my family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
which Spielberg said, like, if I made this after I had kids, he definitely wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
But hey, I kind of like that it ends on a horribly irresponsible note. Of
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, he's just going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he felt that not only was he called for like a higher purpose, but also too, it's like his wife left with his children. He may feel like he's got nothing to lose at that point too.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably would say, I mean, the other side of the coin is maybe he's got a lot to fight for, but,
Yeah.
you know, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the only thing for me. Like, when that happened, I'm just kind of like, there's no real closure with your family or anything like that. You're just
No,
No.
he's just
you're
running.
just piecing out.
Yeah.
Respect, I guess. I mean, you're like, I mean, when is this ever going to happen again in your life? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Also, I love how the aliens look in this.
Oh,
The
yeah.
designs are astounding.
Yeah.
Carlo Rambaldi on that,
Yeah.
one of the best, special effects artists there
Animatronics.
is. He did E.T., he did Alien.
Wow.
Yeah.
Possession, which, oh boy, the guy he makes in that is wild.
I don't know if I've seen Possession.
Okay, so Possession is a very strange. What country is it from? I'm not even sure. France and a West German film, directed by a Polish director, where it's like pretty much like James Bond. A James Bond type played by Sam Neill is going through a divorce, and his wife has taken up a lover, but that lover might be a squid man.
Awesome.
And it's demented. It's really insane. It's a very upsetting film, but I highly recommend
Oh,
it
I'm
if you want to
definitely
see
watching
something
this.
crazy.
Is that the same movie where the woman has like a meltdown in a tunnel?
Yes.
Okay.
Isabella Johnny giving one
Yeah.
of the best performances. That's
Well,
what happens when you're with the Squidman.
That seemed.
Yeah, that's what happens. When you
I had
watch
no context for that scene because I just saw the clip of it and I was like, I got upset by it. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it's-
What's going on?
So, so the aliens, they release people. Jillian gets Barry back.
Yeah.
I also, I really liked just kind of like focusing on Jillian taking those pictures.
Yeah.
You're kind of like in my mind, like I'm always thinking of like what's gonna happen next. So like I'm thinking like she's gonna make bank
Yeah.
Yeah.
selling
Yeah.
those pictures.
Oh, yeah, no, her and Barry are set for life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Single mother
Yeah.
taking charge.
Yeah.
I love it.
And also, I liked how, speaking of the single mother thing, I'm glad you brought that up. I like how there was really no mention of the husband at all, and you don't really, except there was one time where somebody's like, "Where's your husband?" or
Yeah.
something. But other than that, there's no like question or anything. You
Yeah,
don't even.
Spielberg's really good at presenting family stuff.
Yes.
Like I've always admired that about his filmmaking. Is I don't know. He seems to get like average
Yeah.
households very well in a
Yeah.
way you
Yeah.
don't see. Like
Yeah.
even the Neary house, it's
Yeah.
like it's like a mess.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
they yell and stuff, and it's just like. Yeah, this is more relatable than,
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
like
I
Yeah.
agree.
you
Absolutely.
usually see in a movie where it's like, oh, a guy sees aliens. Like,
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, even like just the wife saying that oh, there's more stuff on the table, like
Yeah.
that's something that happens, like, and it's not something you see in movies all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a nice touch.
And of course, we can't talk about this movie without not talking about the music in this movie.
Yeah, John
Oh.
Williams
John
freaked
Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's safe to say that the music's like another character in this movie. Just because John Williams is great at making music.
It's so cool that,
Yeah.
that Spielberg seemed to just be presenting him with challenges around this time. For
Yeah.
Jaws, he was like, you get 2 notes.
Yeah.
And for this, he's like, you get 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it really is just a perfectly made movie.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the special edition?
I haven't, no.
Okay,
think
it's
so.
apparently terrible because
Oh.
at the
Really?
end you see inside the mothership,
Really?
and everyone's like, "This sucks."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh, so
like,
it's better to
leave
not
it,
see it.
leave it unseen.
Oh.
What the
Yeah.
hell? And like the director's cut that stuff out. Spielberg was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know what I did."
Oh.
He was trying something new.
It was like when
What
that
did it look
version of
like?
E.T. he did, where like the cops' guns were changed into walkie-talkies.
Oh.
Oh, that I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a thing.
I think the DVD I have it's guns.
Yeah, no, I think he like tried it for a little bit, and then everyone got mad at him. And
Yeah.
he wasn't like, he didn't have the same mentality as George Lucas. Where he's like, I'm just gonna add more things. Actually,
Interesting.
I'm haunted by a decision in the newest Star Wars edition George has had his hands on, because in between like the last release of it and like Disney acquiring it, there was only one change made, and it was that Greedo, when he gets shot, now says McClunky,
Really?
and that's it.
What
That's
did
the
he-
only
What did
change.
he say before?
Nothing.
You didn't say
Oh.
anything.
But he says McClunky, and I would love to ask George Lucas
What does that mean?
what compelled you. Like,
Yeah.
like that was the last change he made. Like he woke. Like I imagine like he woke up in the dead of night, like in a deep sweat, being like, oh my god, Disney buys it tomorrow. I need to get to the lab.
Yeah.
Ed McClunky.
Yeah, and he adds that in. He's like,
Interesting. Yeah, Disney like changes stuff. Like, I guess with which I don't know how you do it with an animated movie, but Lilo and Stitch, I heard, I haven't seen, but I heard with the release on Disney Plus, they don't have, how in the original Lilo's in the
dryer.
the dryer.
Yeah.
I heard that she's not in the
Yeah,
dryer.
I think that might have happened a few years ago actually.
Oh,
but
really?
it just because they were like, kids. There's always kids dying in dryers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was just like one of those like, oh yeah, we probably shouldn't show that.
Yeah. It's interesting though, and like I wouldn't have even noticed that if like the thing didn't point that out.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen the special edition, so I don't know what the inside of it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was only on like Laserdisc, I want to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a special edition. So let's talk Spielberg then. So where does this rank? Because I gotta tell you guys, I mean, Spielberg has some bangers.
He does.
Jaws, Jurassic Park.
This has got to be like
Schindler's List, in the Indiana Jones movies, Saving Private Ryan.
this has got to be like top 3 for me, probably.
Wow, yeah.
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 Fableman's is my favorite. I find that to be just a fascinating skeleton key to the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, so in my list, and my list changes all the time depending upon my mood, but Duel, his very first movie, where it's literally just a man and a semi-truck on a highway, and the semi-truck is the villain.
Oh,
yeah, it was a TV movie.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Jaws, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, and the Last Crusade, rather than the other two, because I just like Sean Connery taking a back seat to Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones,
Okay.
and Close Encounters.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, Jaws has got to be up there,
Yeah.
very high up, because that is an insanely built film.
Yeah, I would think so.
Gave Spielberg PTSD by the end of it. He did not want to work on any
Yeah,
more
damn
Jaws
shark
movies
wouldn't
after
work.
this.
Yeah.
E.T.'s pretty amazing,
Yeah.
honestly. Especially once I found out about E.T.'s teacher, Botanicus. And, that this is a reference to the E.T. ride at Universal, where there's a video of Spielberg just talking about E.T.'s teacher, Botanicus, like he's a guy we all know and love. And I find that so amazing. I like the indie movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're near my favorite for him. I don't know. They're great, but like aside from passages of well, I haven't seen the fourth one, so I can't
Don't worry,
comment on
you
that.
don't need to see
But,
the fourth one.
passages of Temple of Doom are quite rough and
Yeah.
it's insane. He made that. Like it's really racist and really sexist.
Yeah.
Oh, but like, hey, some of the haunted house stuff's fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else is there?
There's a lot.
I want to see AI.
Yeah.
All
I
of the
would have to
Spielberg
rewatch
freaks online are like, this is like a masterpiece.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters, and I was a kid though. What year did that come out?
2001.
I was
yeah, so
11.
I was only 11, but
Yeah. And I also saw the movie, and the movie really freaked me out, so I don't know how much I enjoyed it.
yeah, I remember just not really getting it, but maybe
Yeah.
it's because I was 11 years old.
What do you guys think of Catch Me If You Can?
I like
liked
it.
it.
It's too long though.
It is very long.
Yeah.
I like it as I like Tom Hanks's anti-performance in it.
Yeah.
As just the least the least person ever. He's just like, well, we'll find him.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's like, this is bizarre to ask
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
As a child, I was kind of obsessed with the film The Terminal.
Oh, that was
yeah?
a good one.
Yeah, that's a Spielberg joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I was like,
Interesting.
he lives in an airport. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I need to see Munich. Everybody talks that one up.
Munich's good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Munich.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, you guys know, obviously, for me, Jurassic Park is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
It's a perfect film, too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like, you with his filmography, you get a lot where you're just like, well, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I mean, like you said, Jaws is up there for me. And I think this is pretty far up there for me. I mean, this is a very just well-made movie. Also, but I love the Indiana Jones movies. I think they're just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he really, like, and then, I mean, that's not even, like, his serious stuff. Like, the stuff that he won awards for, was nominated for awards
Schindler's
for.
List,
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
He directed Color Purple too.
Yes.
Yeah,
right?
he
Like,
did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like just yeah, which is just wild. I always remember there. I forget what was watching. Maybe it was like one of those like I love the '80s or I love the '90s things, and they were like, or maybe it was something more serious. Actually, maybe it was like them talking about some show where they were talking about film. It might have been Spike Lee saying it. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't know. It might. It was somebody.
Okay.
And they were like, they were talking about The Color Purple, and they were just like, the amazing job that Spielberg did, doing that. And they were like, it's just like, it's a shame because you wish that this person was saying like, you wish that a black director had gotten that opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which like obviously, but this person wasn't like trying to like they weren't like being derogatory.
No, they were like,
they
yeah,
weren't.
it's a fantastic film and it got a lot of rightful acclaim, but it's just like, it's like, but like, at the end of the day, it boosts like a white guy's career as a I see what they're.
Yeah.
Shout out to the video game he was involved with, Boom Blocks for the Nintendo Wii.
Oh wow!
Oh, it's just like this like physics game where it's just like there's a bunch of blocks and you throw a ball and some of them explode and there's all like these little block animals and stuff.
Interesting.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Don't know what was happening in 2008 that Spielberg was like, I want to make a block game.
What about his newer stuff? Because like I remember, I obviously like, the 70s and the 90s he kind of dominated.
I am a Fableman's partisan. That is my choice for him.
I have to see that movie.
It is an astounding movie.
Where can I see that movie, Joe?
I don't know where it's streaming.
He actually directed the remake of West Side Story.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
that was very good.
I thoroughly enjoyed because it didn't like remake the 60s movie. It stuck really close to the play.
Okay, it's not streaming for free anywhere, but it's rentable.
Okay.
I'm sure we have it here.
Yeah, but West Side Story was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason the first 20-30 minutes were a slog for me to get through, but once they met, it really gelled into place.
Yeah. No, but do you think... Actually, I do remember when we watched that, I was very impressed with the actual directing of it.
Yeah, no, it's beautifully... The stuff the camera is doing is insane.
Yeah.
Who shot that? Was it Kaminsky?
I don't remember.
Yes, Janusz Kaminski. Yeah, he's a lunatic. Ready Player One, I have no desire to see.
Yeah.
Ready Player One is actually really great and a lot of fun.
I don't know. I don't need to see Tracer from Overwatch and the DeLorean and all that.
But it's not those like pop culture things aren't. They're more like props and backseat to what actually is going on. Joe, I really think you should just try.
Sure,
just give it a shot, and if you don't like it, there's no heart.
Anything I've seen, any bits I've seen from the book have been repulsive to me.
Right.
So
I've never read the book, so I can't speak to that. But this was it was just a lot of fun and really like nostalgia, from my childhood. But I highly recommend giving it a chance.
I don't tend to be big on nostalgia movies.
I understand that because it's not worth it, but I think this is worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Post is, to quote a friend of mine who said this when we saw a trailer for it in the theater, a good movie with good actors by a good director, and that's about it.
Yeah. The Post is very good.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't remember a scene from it.
It's about.
I know what it's about. Yeah. I saw the movie.
You did?
Nothing stuck with me.
Oh. Yeah, it's Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks in a movie together.
Is there a big scene that stuck with you?
Yeah, the court scene, the Supreme Court scene where Meryl Streep comes up into the Supreme Court and starts and fights for the freedom of the press because Nixon was trying to suppress the New York Times.
Yeah, but that's you can get that in any historical movie.
I understand. I don't know. I don't know.
I just for a guy like Spielberg, I want him to really stun on him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I just remember like maybe it was around when War of the Worlds came out. Like people were talking about like is Spielberg in a slump.
I
No,
haven't
the
seen War of
post-
the Worlds. I'd be interested to see that.
I didn't like War of the Worlds.
I want to see him do more horror stuff. I always think he's good at that. So I'm like, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan, so maybe that's why I didn't necessarily like it, but I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about it, Joe.
Yeah, I haven't seen Minority Report.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, I mean that was okay. Yeah, like I think like it was around that time where people were like, "Is Spielberg in kind of a slump?" Or like it was probably one report once, but
They always say that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when he did Always and Hook, everyone was like, "This
Well,
guy sucks."
yeah.
And then he made Jurassic Park. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
they lost the juice.
yeah,
Hook's a weird movie.
it is.
It's like it's so long
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like a full day commitment when you're a kid. It's over 2.5 hours, and
Yeah.
you're just like, what the hell?
I
man?
haven't seen the movie in one sitting. I've seen it in bits and pieces.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's intimidating.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a kid, you're like, what?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it when I watched it, but it's been ages.
Yeah.
And again, I was a child, but I just remember it being like weirdly long and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, one of the best directors of our time.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Of past time too.
Yeah.
Because none of us were alive in the 70s.
No.
Or the 80s.
no, he is a near supernaturally
Yeah.
gifted director.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's one of the goats.
Yes.
You know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if you liked this, I'd recommend watching other Spielberg stuff if you haven't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Fabelmans now because I think with the way you're talking about it and how it works with this,
It is
I
the
gotta watch
skeleton
it.
key. There is an insane scene concerning towards the end about how he depicts a bully in a film he makes, and it is the craziest thing I've ever seen an artist admit to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's just like, I don't know why I did that. I cannot possibly answer that question, and it's like, whoa, man, like I don't know it. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching.
Seth Rogen's great in it.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't even know he was in it.
Yeah, he's the guy his mom's having an affair with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Go Seth Rogen. So yeah, I'll go lead off. 5 out of 5 for me.
5
Yeah.
out of 5 what? Spaceships?
Sure, spaceships.
Okay.
Just excellent.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 lights in the night sky.
I like it.
5 out of 5 Nights in the Light Sky. It's up there for sure.
All right. Take us out.
Thank you everyone for joining us. The next
We'll find out.
we'll find. Yeah.
We don't
Insert
even know.
here. We don't even know. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what your favorite Steven Spielberg movie is. And if you've seen it, what you love about this movie. And we'll see you next time.
And let us know if you've had any close encounters of any kind.
Yeah, sure. Let's get the comments popping off with UFO stories.
Yeah, please. Let's do it. See ya.
See you next time.